is a group of women lacing up their skates and getting tough for the competition. A roller derby team, and Leanne Hodges and Rachel Weed with Quad City Rollers are here with more on the next bout that is coming up this weekend. Thank you so much for coming in. I have been dying to meet you guys. I just think it's so exciting what you're doing in the Quad Cities, and I want to hear all about it. So first of all, let's talk about the sport. How on earth did you get into professional or semi-professional? I don't even know if you get paid for this or not.
No.
How you got into competitive roller skating?
Well, I've been doing it for about 2.5 years now, and I worked with a girl who was doing it at the time, and she was just like, oh, come and check it out. And I went out to a practice and I watched it, and I was like, oh, I can't come back until I get my skates because this is just too exciting.
Now, I envision, the old Raquel Welch movie, I don't know if you guys have ever even seen it, it's that old, where, it's just women gone bad, and pulling every stunt possible to trip up the competitors. Is it really like that, Rachel?
No, actually, it's highly regulated. There are penalties that we can draw if, we throw an elbow or intentionally trip someone. Don't get me wrong, it's real. I hate when people ask when it's not, and it's tough. We've all had our fair share of injuries, but, we're competitive, but we're all friends.
So why do you do it?
Well, to be honest, you asked how we got into it. I was literally standing at the St. Patrick's Day Parade last year, and I had 2 days prior said I needed to get into a sport, something active, and they rolled on by, and I said, that's it, right there. I fell in love, and I've been doing it ever since.
Oh, that's great. It's fun when you find something like that. What about the crowds? Have you had support from the Quad Cities? You've been around, as you said, 2.5 years?
Our first home game, we had it at a smaller venue, and we had about 450 people, which was actually pretty exciting for us.
That's pretty good.
But for the last year, we've been in the River Center, and the smallest crowd we've had is just under 600, but our max numbers have been about 1,100.
That is fabulous turnout. Now let's talk a little bit about your personal lives. I guess, is it like Batgirl where, by night, you're fighting crime, and during the day it's just an office job, or what?
I work in retail, and actually most of my family back home in Virginia is actually really not necessarily surprised, but very thrown back about the roller derby thing. I've actually been working in church youth ministry for many, many years, and I moved out here with my boyfriend 3 years ago, roughly, and right after I got here, I was like, well, I don't know anybody, and I don't do anything, so I've got to find something, and this was it, so.
Well, I know that Quad Cities is still embracing the idea, but I have to mention that I saw in the newspaper today, Dwyer and Michaels, Quad City radio personalities, dressed in outfits similar to yours, in this ad promoting you. How did that come about?
Just recently we were in the radio station with them, and they on a dare did a race with us through the studio, and if they lost, which they half lost, half won, but if they lost, they were going to dress as derby girls for this newspaper ad, and it was a wonderful thing for them to do for us, but we also had a great time in the competition with them.
Well, it just really sounds like a really fun sport. Now, you did mention injuries. I mean, how serious can they get?
I'm currently skating on torn ligaments in my left ankle, and it's one of those things where you don't stop. I've blown out a knee. I think you've sprained your ankle a number of times. I mean, we've had girls that have had to take off time to get surgery on their knees. Let our mixer that we had in January, we had a broken ankle and a broken wrist.
Wow.
So.
And like you said, you don't get paid for this, so it's tough. Well, before we go, please explain the outfits.
One cool thing about roller derby is you get to bring out your inner crazy side. So whereas, some people set business all day and they come out and, we've got nurses and mothers and they come out and they put on the wild show, and it's just a ton of fun.
Oh, it sounds like fun. Well, let's tell the folks how they can check out this weekend's game. The Quad City Rollers will be playing tomorrow at 7 o'clock, and it is at the Davenport River Center. Do check them out. Thank
Friday.
you. I'm sorry. I'm thinking it's Thursday. Okay. It's only Wednesday. Hello. It's Friday.
Friday.
Yes, Friday. The weekend's not here yet, although I guess I'm wishful thinking. Thank you both for coming in. Good luck to you. I can't wait to come out and see a game.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Coming up.